everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Katie, and today we are going to talk about all the books that I plan on reading in May. So before we do our TBR game, I'm going to go over the books that I had for April. Okay, so these are the books that I had for April, plus the ebook, which I did actually find, which was good. I watched the movie first. I picked If the Boot Fits by Karen Whitmire, a Cinderella retelling. For my TBR Star Claw Machine, that picked for me a random book, and that was Hunting for Love by Casey Lane. Then I had a backlist author, so that was A Lady Jane Disappears by Joanna Davidson Politano. And then my genre wheel was sci-fi, and I chose Brand of Light by Ronnie Kendig. This is the second book in place of that one. And then I had title begins with Letter of the Month, which was A for April, and I picked The Ark and the Dove by Jill Eileen Smith. And then Character That Takes a Trip, I picked The Quest for the Guardians by Catherine L. Butler. And that was also my punishment book because I had to read a book that intimidated me. Well, I'm going to give myself a reward. I'm going to put that clip in here because I filmed that early, but I finished the Hunting for Love by Casey Lane. I finished If the Boot Fits by Karen Whitmire. I finished Lady Jane Disappears by Joanna Davidson Politano. I started Brand of Light. I'm currently in the middle of the audiobook, so I know I'm going to finish it in May, but I'm going to count books that I actually start. So I did start this one. And then The Ark and the Dove by Jill Eileen Smith I finished. And then The Quest for the Guardians by Catherine L. Butler I have currently started. I'm not that far in, but as I said, I did start it. It is Wednesday, so I don't think I'll be able to finish this in one day, but I did start it, so I am going to count this as a win for myself since I've had 4 months of punishments. I mean, after 4 months of losing, I think it's time for a win. I mean, we did really well this month, like really well, surprisingly. So we get a reward. So I have my jar of reward and punishments, and we have picked so many of these long ones because that's all we've been picking out this year. But this time we get to pick one of the very small book-related ones, which I'm so excited about. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be game-related. It could be a shopping-related thing. I don't know. Okay, so this is the book cover. I'm not even going to look at it, but this is the book cover. Not even looking at it. Okay, so the book cover. What is it? It's upside down. Okay, this is interesting. I'm glad I did this beforehand. So, we get to do this again. Okay, so if you remember, back in February, I played my old TBR game that I found. Well, that's our reward this month. We get to play our old TBR love triangle TBR game. So that is our reward this month. I mean, it's not the best reward in there. It's probably like the least best award, but I'm not mad about it because honestly, I can probably fit more books in this game than I could in my other game with books I have to read. So play my old TBR game. If you can't see it, that's what it says. So it has a little triangle, so I know that's the game I'm playing. All right, so I don't know if I want to put this back in. Yeah, I probably will put it back in as a reward for later, but if I get it again next month, we're not going to like do the exact same reward, so no. Okay, so what's fun about this actually is that I get to pick how many cards I want to do. I mean, because like I really didn't have a set amount of cards I got to pick. So like my TBR board game, we never got to pick. So this actually works out better because I can pick 3 cards if I want. I could pick 5. I could pick 10, just depending on how I'm actually wanting to do this. So, okay, let's get the cards. TBR Love Triangle cards. These are ones that I made when I very first made my channel. This is before I knew I wanted to do a board game. I knew I wanted to do a board game, but I didn't know if it was going to be really difficult. So we got this, and I laminated them all, and I just wanted to bring them back every once in a while because I laminated them. That took a long time. So why not bring in that? So these are inspired by the Archie comics, if you don't know, because I love the Archies, and probably really the only love triangle that I actually like is Archie, Benny, and Veronica. So, and like Cheryl and all the other girls that he's involved with. Anyways, so yes, these are kind of just fun and, you know, fun and entertaining. They're high school themed, even though I'm in my 30s. That's okay. So I think I'm going to start off low with 3, see how we do, because my TBR is massive this month because of my book trip with my mom. So I really don't want to like force myself to read too much. So we're going to start off with 3. And if it's going to be a small TBR, it's going to be a small TBR. And if we accomplish it, then yay. So I'm just going to mix them up, even though I haven't seen them or anything in a really long time. So like, I don't really have to mix them, and now I'm like losing all the cards here. Oh no, come back. That's what you get for laminating them, and then they like all stick together apparently still. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick this one. Okay, so what's this one? This one is, okay. You love daydreaming about someday traveling the world. Pick a book set in a place you have always wanted to go. Okay. I do love daydreaming. I do love daydreaming about traveling. Okay, so there's no punishment, so I can pick whatever I want, which is good. Okay. It's kind of funny, honestly, but I think I'm going to pick this one. So I am currently reading Brand of Light by Ronnie Kendig. So that was on my TBR for last month. This month, I'm going to put the second book, which is Dawn of Vengeance on there. I have kind of always wanted to go to space. It doesn't say it has to be on Earth, right? I mean, does it? No, set in a place you've always wanted to go. So yeah, space has always been kind of like I've always been excited about space. And I know because of my health issues and everything that's going on in my life, I would never be able to be healthy enough to go into space, which is unfortunate. I mean, that would like be like a goal, but I think it's just amazing. And someday, you know, when we're all in heaven, like I'll be like, can I just like, God, can you just like make a little galaxy over here and I'll just fly over there and enjoy myself. So, but yes, I do enjoy space. I love space. So I think I'm going to put this one on. Bet you didn't think I was going to pick something like that, did you? Okay, so let's go ahead and pick another one. So that was book number 1. Here's book number 2. Let's see. You just received your high school Letterman jacket. Ooh, that's fun. Pick a book using a random letter generator for the title starting with that letter. Okay, so this is kind of out of our hands a little bit. But yeah, so the camera angle might change because I have to pre-record on my phone, but we're going to go ahead and pick one from there. Okay, so I spun the spinner wheel, or generator thing. I did it 3 times just to get a real random number. The first one was our letter. I do a lot of numbers. Letters. The first one was X. That was not going to bode well. I was like, there's nothing that starts with X. Is there? Like, I have no idea. But, so it landed on U next. I'm like, U, that's like almost just as hard. But we do have some options. Unfortunately, not ones that I want to read this month, but oh well. So I did find one on my TBR cards that is a U, so that's good. So the one I'm going to be picking is Unmasked by Kelsey Chapman. This was actually, I think, one of the books from the Beyond the Book boxes that I got, and I just haven't had a chance to read it yet. So sure, I can get the audiobook, which is nice. I still actually have it checked out or on hold or something, so why not? So this one is about a girl named Carlin, and she's tired of her life back home. She decides to go out on a limb and leave her small town behind for the green hills of Ireland, hoping for a bit of adventure. Once she meets the mysterious Maddox and his outcast group of friends, it is quickly apparent that this sleepy village and some of its residents are more than meets the eye. Carlin must look past the facades to find the truth hidden there, uncovering love, friendship, and more than a little danger along the way. So that sounds good. And it's pretty short, actually. It's less than 300 pages. So, and I like the feel of the cover. But anyways, I think this is a gorgeous cover. So I'm excited to read that. Okay, now we're going to go to card number 3. So far, that's our TBR. Here is our next one. Ooh, okay. Your friends and you go shopping at the mall. Friend picks your book. So I think I'm going to have my mom pick me one. She's my friend. But I think I'm going to have her pick from the ones downstairs because those are my review books, plus books I have to read for our trip. So I'm going to have her pick from a selection, but she gets to pick the one that I get to read. So I will insert the clip here. What? She didn't go on when I said I picked her as a friend. Oh, Okay, anyways, so you can pick. Yeah. Any of these. Okay. These two. These two. No, all these. Okay, all those. All these. Okay. And all those and these.
Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to wander
Okay.
around.
Okay, I have something good.
And say stop in the area.
Are you going to pick from, like, that shelf that I picked?
Yeah,
Okay.
say stop in the area.
Okay.
Don't cheat by reading the titles.
Oh.
Say stop.
Okay, stop.
Oh, am I there?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it the whole shelf?
Yeah.
Am I there? Okay.
Yeah.
My mother said to pick a book by binder.
By the
Hopefully
binder?
my daughter will be happy with what I find her. That's pretty good, right?
Yay.
Yay.
I am happy about it because it's in my 5-star prediction, so.
And I wasn't cheating.
Yay. Okay, your eyes were open. She wasn't cheating. Her eyes were open. Okay, so she picked Just for the Summer by Melody Carlson. Yay, thank you, Mother.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think I will do 2 more just because, I mean, my TBRs are usually big anyway, so why not have like 5? I'm probably going to hate myself for this. Okay, so let's pick one kind of in the front here. Front here to you. It's kind of the back of the pile for me, but all right, let's see. Ooh. I should just stuck with 3, shouldn't I? Yep. Okay, so this might have to wait until the end of the month to read, but you found your old diary hidden in the back of your closet and can't wait to read about your childhood. Reread an old favorite book from your childhood. So, I mean, technically, this could be just a really small book. Ooh, I know. Okay, so this is a book that my mom and I got from the library out, and the title got my mom. It was a funny story. It was really cute, and so definitely want to put it on here. And I actually did buy it from Book Outlet like last year, and I really wanted to reread it. Never got a chance to. It's only 80 pages long. So we're going to be reading Snot Stew by Bill Wallace, and it's about these cat and dog that I know they kind of have like a weird argument, or they overhear an argument or something, and they're starting to say is not, is to, and then they start to kind of cut those words short to be snot stew. So it's very, very cute. I remember loving this as a kid. So yeah, we'll be reading Snot Stew by Bill Wallace. I'm not mad about that, actually. It's nice and short. So that'll be done within like less than an hour. All right. So how many was that? 4? Yeah, 4. Okay, here's the last one. So let's go kind of in the middle, front. Let's go over here. Okay, what's this one? Okay. Close your eyes and you will get a big surprise. So close your eyes and pick a random book choice. So should I do it up here or downstairs? Well, downstairs are books I need to read. I don't know. What shelf should I do it in? These are all red on this shelf here. I do have some on here that need reading. So like I know where I want to point, but I doubt I get one that I actually need to read. I'll probably get one of the others in the series. Okay. Well, you can't see my book cart. I will move my book cart over. But these are the books that I have to read that are my Christian fiction on here. Let's see if I can move you down. Okay, that's a little better. Okay. So these in the front here, most of these are ones that are on my my list of, what was I going to say? My list of like mandatory reads for the year. So I didn't even look. So I'm just going to like go like this and be like, that's the one I'm going to read. It's a hardcover. Oh no. Okay. I'm not mad about it. Okay, so we have Secrets in the Mist by Morgan Albasi. So I met her last year, and I bought both of this one and the second one. I bought them both while I was there during the trip. So this is a steampunk Christian series or duology, and so I don't really know much about it. I know there's like some mysterious mist that's deadly, and I'm really excited about reading it because I read her Raven series and was like, it was amazing. And so I am actually planning on buddy reading this with my friend Chrissy over at Chrissy's Purple Library. So Chrissy, if you're up to starting to read this, let me know if you're up to starting to read this at the end of May, and we will buddy read this together. I think we're supposed to buddy read this together. Don't quote me, but I think we are. Okay, so these are the books that I got on my TBR this month, except for the one that my mom is going to pick because I haven't filmed that clip yet. So I'll put a little picture here so you can see what she picked. But we got Snot Stew by Bill Wallace for a children's reread from my childhood. Secrets in the Mist was a blind pick off my TBR cart. I didn't even look at my cart. I was trying really hard not to. I got Unmasked by Kelsey Chapman for a random letter generator, was you. And then Dawn of Vengeance by Ronnie Kendig was my choice for a place I've been daydreaming about going. So that works out nice. So it's not a big TBR. Only 2 of these, this one plus one my mom is going to pick, are actually on my TBR for May. But honestly, these aren't that big, and I think I'm going to like binge read these like the last 2 weeks of May. So I don't think it's a bad TBR. And honestly, they're reads that I'm actually really excited about reading. So I think it's going to be a good time. So let me know what you are excited about reading this month. Is there a book that you just know you have to read next month? I just have too many. Oh, I did forget to mention. Oh, I'm so glad I remembered that. I am taking part in a couple of readathons next month, but I am loosely participating. So I have no TBR. Just whatever I read, if it fits, it fits. If not, I'm not going to stress about it. So I'm taking part in the Southern Charm Readathon, which is Amanda's readathon over at Book Lover Amanda and her co-host as well. So I will link their channels down below. As well as I'm also taking part in, which I'm really excited about. I did not know about this readathon, or if I did, maybe I was super busy last year. But it is a Clue or Cluedo inspired readathon hosted by, I believe it's Naomi. Don't quote me. I could be wrong, but I think it's Naomi. And I can't remember the other channel, but I will link both channels down below. I've known Naomi longer. So, but I will link both their channels down below so you can check it out. It's really fun. You get to pick a character. I already picked my character, so I'm going to insert my clip here because I did pick Mrs. White, I think, or Mrs. Peacock. One of those. I'll put the card here. But it was to spin a dice, and that's how many days early I get to start the readathon. I only got A1. So that was unfortunate. So I can start the readathon 1 day early. I was really hoping for 4, 5, or 6, but I was like, really, a 1? It wasn't even that great of a roll to begin with, but I'm not a cheater. I'm not going to switch characters or anything, even though I should have gone for Scarlet because I always play as Miss Scarlet in Clue. Like, why would I not play Miss Scarlet? I don't know. Anyway, so those are the 2 readathons that I'm planning on joining in. Our Christian book club that we started with a few booktubers. We aren't doing. I think I just got packages delivered. That was the doorbell. But anyways, so I will be getting some. That wasn't what I was talking about. It was the book club that the booktubers started. So we used to do a poll and we used to pick the book that way, but we decided to do things a little bit differently. It started like 2 months ago. We decided to just pick a genre or a type of book every month, and then it has to be Christian fiction because that's our book club is Christian fiction. But we get to pick whatever we want to read, which is nice because if we're not enjoying a book, we can pick another one, or if it's not if it's not a book that everybody else picks that we can't get a hold of at the library, this makes it easier for a lot of us because a lot of us may not have those books available at our libraries, or we don't have Kindle Unlimited. So it's a good option. So our genre this month is novella. So I'm not exactly sure what I want to read. Actually, I do know what I want to read, actually. So I can share that. But I mean, we just kind of talk about it at the end of the month, what we read and stuff. We don't really do anything like special here on YouTube. But if you want to join in and read the genre with us, then it's a novella. But I think I know what I'm going to read. Okay. Well, it's under that huge pile right there, but it's Finding Love by Toni Shiloh. I think anything under 250 pages would count as a novella, and I think that's under 250. So I'm going to count it. It is pretty short, so I think that's going to count. So I think that will be probably the one that I want to read. Other than that, I'm not really sure. So, I mean, there could be something else I might pick, but other than that, yes. So I'm very excited about all the books I'm going to read this month. I don't think there's anything else. I'm sorry. there's a granddad walking his granddaughter outside. I'm like, I don't even know where they live, but they're like the most adorable thing. Okay. Like, I don't even know where they live, but they're super cute. Okay, anyways, that just happened outside my window. Okay, so those are kind of all the plans. I don't think there's any other book plans I have that I want to mention here. So I think that's it. Those are the plans. Let me know what you are reading. Are you participating in the same readathons I am? If you are, that's wonderful and that's great. If you haven't or aren't, but now you know that there's some readathons happening, there you go. Okay, so I'm done talking and I'm going to go get ready to hang out with my mom for the day. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next video.